Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode 58, Illiana Stock Car Radio.
58.
58, man. We are getting up there. Great episode coming for you guys tonight. Here in just a moment, we'll be bringing in the little flyer, DJ Weltmeyer, a feature winner this past weekend over at Grundy County Speedway. We'll also go through the rest of the results from this past weekend, preview what's going on this next week, and what do you say, Chris? Let's get after it.
Let's go.
Man, episode 58, like we said, DJ Weltmeyer. You know what? Let's just get right to it.
Yeah, let's just drag him in here.
It's more entertaining when we just bring him in here. Here he is.
What's going on, people?
How you guys doing?
Just bring him in. No introduction necessary. Nothing. We just bring him right in.
What's going on, guys? How are you guys doing today?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Sweet, man. You got it rocking a setup over there, man.
Yeah. A little green screen. My poster board from the dollar store is working out right now.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. You know, a simple solution is not necessarily a bad solution.
That's right.
So, I had you in here earlier this year during the COVID stuff and got you back now. How's things been going since then?
It's been busy, man. There's been a lot of life stuff happening, some racing stuff happening, all the above. So, just busy, nonstop so far.
Yeah, man. Hear you're moving, dude. What's up,
dude? I'm moving. We're moving over a town over to Couts, and we found a solution to our problem that we had with all this stuff going on. We were gonna, me and Erica, we're engaged, and we were gonna get married January 2nd. We decided to transfer those funds over to a big down payment on a house, and we're gonna have the wedding there after all this settles. So we decided to allocate that money in a different direction, and found a pretty sweet deal in a place that kind of suited our lifestyle and stuff. So we're going to make the jump.
Sounds good. 2 bills, 1 check.
Yeah, well, and I tell you, you're going from Hebron to Couts, and as someone who grew up in Hebron, man, the Hebron-Couts rivalry is real, man.
Dude, I don't know anything about it. I'm an innocent bystander. I'm just
real,
there to live.
It's real, man. So moving to 17th, so that's coming up pretty soon, right?
Yeah, next Monday.
Yeah, we were talking about it, man. They pretty much cleaned you out. You just taking the clothes off your back, pretty much, right?
Yeah. It should be a pretty smooth move, about a day or two, and all the little things and pretty much the wall decorations, the furniture, all that stuff staying. So it should be a pack your bags and get out kind of deal. So
I tell you, man, that's almost not fair because every time I've moved, it's been a super pain. And once Stan jumps on here, he can tell you because he's had to haul the trailer every single time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my dad's ready. Man. We should do one trip. We should be all right with about one trip.
Just knock it out.
Sounds like you just about got one suitcase.
Yeah. No, it'll be good. I'm excited.
Awesome time. Well, let's talk a little racing, man. So just kind of I tell you, let's start with the features win this past weekend, man. I mean, we could go all kinds of different directions here, but let's talk about Frank Welch Memorial from this past weekend. 2 features, dual feature nights, man. Those you were just talking about that a little bit ago with us off the air, man. Those some long nights.
Yeah, they definitely can be. I know they don't have heat races for them, but we sit there, we do our couple practices, qualify, we jump right into a race, which I'm all about. You kind of got what you got anyways, and you use that heat race to kind of tune for the feature. So we tried some things, and it didn't work out in the first feature. We were a little bit too free, and made some positive changes once we found what the car was doing. We just took some big swings in the opposite direction, and it ended up just kind of working out for us there in that second one.
Yeah, first race started 7th, finished 6th. Could kind of see it towards the end of the race. Looked like the back end was a little bit out from underneath you, and maybe just didn't have what you needed. So in that first race, is it, when a car's not working right, it's just that you get in a mindset, just, okay, what can we do to be better for the second one?
Yeah, absolutely. Once you realize that you're not going the right direction, you want to kind of see where you're getting beat at and kind of keep the tires on the car to make it so you have some left for the next race. So I mean, it didn't look like it at the end, but I certainly wasn't trying to break the car loose or free or anything like that. But it was gnarly. I mean, going into 1 and 2 sideways, not on the gas or brake. Once we're sitting in the middle of the corner, it was just mechanically really free, and I just tried to hang on there at the end. I know there was a bunch of fast cars behind us, and we ended up scraping by with the 6th or so. But I mean, we definitely had to make some positive or changes there for that next one.
Right. You said second race started on the outside, man, which is kind of tough because obviously you got to try to either make that outside work or get to the bottom pretty quick. So kind of talk about starting there from the outside and the challenges you faced kind of get going in that second feature.
Well, they inverted, I think 10 cars. I mean, there were still, the top 10 is still in front of us there. There's no slow cars there. Even the guys in the back half of the field are very talented. They're very skilled, and they have a bunch of speed. These tires really evened out the field. So, first to 10th, you're only talking a couple tenths a second a lap. So it's a lot closer than it used to be. So those cars that started up front had speed, and I don't know. It hooked up. We made the changes, and even on the top side of the racetrack when the tires were cold, we had some grip on that top side. So we were able to kind of use momentum and hold the guys down in the line, and they gave us room. We gave them room, and we were able to get by, I think, 2 cars on the high side there and kind of get to the bottom and then start to work our way up more towards the front.
Right. You kind of mentioned, everybody, in that top 10 or so is real close on time and speed. And from what I've noticed this year, being there in person or watching the videos, it's really whatever of the fastest cars gets through traffic first is usually the one that can kind of break away. Is that kind of what you've been seeing out there as well?
It's definitely a thing, getting through traffic, super important. At the same time, it's when everybody else's tires are cold. So even the not as fast cars, they still are able to hold pretty good speed and hold lines and things like that. So getting to the front early was big, but the 8 car was right behind us when we took the lead with 16 to go. So, I mean, he had a chance, and it just happened that this race we were a little bit better than him. It's been the same for us, getting behind some cars with 8 to go or 10 to go or something like that, and we just weren't able to capitalize on it. So you definitely want to get out there and get away as fast as you can, but with 5 to go, we got a caution. So if we didn't get away far enough, then he had his chance there with 5 to go as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about the late race restarts there, what kind of goes through your mind on those late race restarts like that?
Just hitting your marks, making sure your tires are clean, your brakes are hot, and you're just ready to take that first corner on, and really off of 4 too, in case you get a little loose or a little bump from the guy behind you. You're in control of it, but you're not in full control. You got the guy's bumper behind you. You're aware of, and then you want to make sure you get the best jump you can. You don't want to go stop. You just want a nice clean restart, so that way you don't get that lazy green or anything. I actually thought that because the first start was it was like a green, then instantly a caution, and I was like, what happened there? And then I later found out a car spun out in between 3 and 4 there. So no, just and even when that happened, it was just okay. Let's try this again. We'll see what we can do to get a good jump again and just keep the car so it turns in 1 and 2. I need one good corner here, and we kind of knew what we had at that point as far as the car was and how it was handling. So once we got those first set of corners in, it was just kind of hit your marks from that point on.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of ironic. Your background over there is 16, 8, and 11 up on the pylon. And that's the finishing order of just by happenstance. That second feature from Friday night. So.
Yeah, that's from September. So it was funny. I had the picture. I was like, oh, let's throw it up. So
so it just shows, man, fast cars are still fast.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, there's I mean, and that group is ever growing. I mean, the 8's fast, the 11's fast, the 51's fast, the 7. Scott Kerner with an awesome win last week. Zolot's is doing fantastic this year as well, showing speed, getting fast times, running up front. I mean, that it's starting to become a different winner every week. So I mean, that's exactly what you want. There's nobody really dominating, but everybody's starting to be fast. Like I said, there are no slow cars from 10th on back. I wouldn't have been surprised if the 42 or the 3 or the 88 or 52, any of those guys would have stayed up there. Clay Kurtz has been doing really good. He's capitalizing on starting up in those front few rows, and he's holding his own. So I mean, there's talent from front to rear, and at these races. So I mean, I'm not surprised anymore when anybody does good. It's just there's so much talent out there.
Yeah. Kind of like we mentioned, and you kind of alluded to this a little bit, maybe the pros and cons of the twin features. They've done it a couple times now. You kind of like the format of, get rid of the heat races and just kind of practice qualify and get right at it. Any other pros, cons for the dual feature nights?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's tough when you're searching for something or trying to find a setup. You're probably not in the best predicament there. You don't have as much time to tune on it. I don't remember the last time I went and tested at the racetrack, so it had to be 5 years or something like that. So we usually use the heat race as like another test session of 10 minutes or something like that. So once we get closer and closer to kind of the feel we're looking for in the race car, qualifying and heading straight into a feature event is going to be a lot more of a smoother transition. So it's biting us a little bit here, being only like our third race or second race this season, not being able to get the fine tuning done on the car. But as we get closer and closer, it's going to be easier and easier to do those bigger races right out of qualifying.
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of talked about it. It's only only been out a couple times. So how has your 2020 season been thus far? Abbreviated and skewed and all that good stuff.
No, I mean, it's as good as we can possibly get at this point. We've missed a couple races. We've gone to a few. We've went and rained out. I mean, it's a 3-hour trip for us there and back now. So we have the car in Monticello, and we leave at 2:00 to get there at 4:00. And when we leave at midnight or 1:00, we're home at 5 a.m. So they make for pretty long days and stuff. But I'm not mad at the finishes we're getting. We're sealing the deal. We're racing till the very end, and a couple top threes, and we got spun out early in the last time we were there, but I mean, we were in the top 5 for that. So, and able to come back and finish second in the next one. So, we're able to finish, but we're trying to get the car to where it's a little bit easier to get those finishes at the end of the night.
Yeah, anything you guys can do that you've kind of found along the way to make it a little easier for you guys?
Just kind of have our stuff together. We're kind of building a team at the same time. After we sold everything, we're still not like 100%. So we're working on the trailer. I was working on the pit box at 11:30 on Thursday night more than the car. So we're just trying to make it so it's easier to work on this thing and get our tools in place and our wrenches and our crates all put together. So when we get to the track, we can work on the car and we're not searching for tools or boxes or wrenches or anything like that, because any second that we don't spend on the car when we're trying to spend on the car is really vital, since you only have about 10 minutes of practice or 20 minutes of practice, 2 times in the night. So just getting everything together, it's been pretty difficult. Me and my dad have been working really hard. He works his butt off on the car and in the whole program. So to have him on my side, it makes things way easier, but we're still working really hard to make it go as good as we can.
Absolutely. So what's left on the plate for 2020? Do you know yet?
I know we're going to go Friday. We're going to try to go back and see what we can do this coming Friday. And then we might see what we have for that Midwest Tour race on the 22nd with McCarns and those guys. So it's kind of, week by week as far as everything else goes. As long as we're able to go and go to the racetrack, I think we're going to try to, and as long as we have a car to race with. So, we're doing it as safe as we can with all this stuff going on, wearing our masks and all that stuff to avoid, getting any kind of sickness or anybody on our team or family sick. So, we're just, we're going to try the 14th, the 22nd. And then there's those couple other big races, there's like one regular night and then, the 61 lapper on Sunday and then the Bettenhausen. So we're going to try to hit all those, and anything past that is kind of up in the air at this point.
Yeah. Man, you mentioned the masks, and tell you, you're repping some merch there. And I know you can get some masks with the Weltmeyer racing gear on them. So where do folks get your merch at, my man?
Dude, it is on the Weltmeyer Racing's, our Facebook page. We have the links onto it. It's teespring.com /stores /Weltmeyer racing -stores. So we have all kind of merchandise like this, representing our sponsors, t-shirts, yoga pants, masks, all that kind of stuff to rep us and the 16 and our whole team. So all that's up there on the link. I'll post it again up later tonight. So we've had a bunch of people buy some stuff. So I'm excited to when it comes in, it's been taking a while with all this stuff going on. So this took like a month to get, but maybe next year or at the end of this year, we'll be able to see some people with some 16 gear on.
Heck yeah, man. So before we get talking about the Driving DJ Network stuff, the side stuff here, I gotta go to the comments board over here and see what's going on. Chris taking some flack, man. Want to know?
That's what I do every week. So.
Yeah, man. They just want to know if you're just going to sit there and look pretty, or are you going to participate, or what, man?
You're the one doing the interview.
Well, it's a tough crowd, man. I mean, you've known DJ like forever, man. You can ask him a question.
Right. What do you got, Chris?
Hell, I don't know. Jeremy pretty much covered it.
Okay.
Didn't look at the show notes, knowing that we're going to ask him about the Driving DJ Network stuff coming up. You can field one of those questions,
Hey, you're about to set it all up. I'm just here to look pretty.
All right, DJ. How's the Driving DJ Network stuff been going?
It's been going. It hasn't been as gung ho as it was when it first started, but we're still broadcasting some races like Sundays and Monday nights. Sundays are about to start back up again next week. We are that's kind of it right now. Between the move and all this stuff going on, I hear the internet's not as good as it is here, so we'll see how that goes and if we're still able to do it. So I'm pretty nervous about that, but we'll see. I mean, we'll make something happen either way, and it's been pretty fun. So I mean, we get to I'm still connected with a lot of guys that I met during all this stuff. So there's like people from California and New York that we're calling races for and talking on a weekly basis. So it's been pretty interesting and pretty fun since it all started.
Yeah,
I
cool
see
thing.
Jeremy now. I'm gonna throw this out here.
Yeah,
so if the internet's not as good in Couts as it is in Hebron, that means we're gonna be the ones doing the cameras.
Yeah, that's a very good possibility.
I see what he's trying to do here.
Yeah, gotta set all that stuff up, man. We'll find out next week, but you guys would be a big help for that.
So notice one of the things you've been doing on there is some setup tutorials and stuff for iRacing. Some I know I kind of struggle with getting in there and just having the time to set up the cars and stuff. How's that been for you kind of going that route?
Oh, it's been fun. It's we kind of came up with the idea, Erica and I, and she's really good at editing videos. So she does her Girl in Pursuit is her channel on YouTube, and she does like purse reviews, bag reviews, and comparisons and all that kind of stuff.
That was a shameless plug, by the way.
Right? Yeah, it's like you don't even know it was there. But no, so I'm like watching her click all the buttons and like move this and add noise and put music in the background and transition into this, and I'm like, I got an idea for that. So. Unfortunately, iRacing setups are not even close to real life stuff. So I'm just breaking down the car for people, like you said, if you don't have time or anything like that, especially in the off season right now, it's been so busy. I haven't had time to sit down and eat dinner, but towards the off season and stuff, I want to do like a stream where I'm actually like doing a setup and then I post the setup on the Discord. I did it once and it was pretty good time. I got some positive feedback from it. So look for some more videos later in the season, after the season ends, especially to try to get one out a week to just break down shocks, sway bars, track bars, any part of the race car and kind of any car and see what it does, what it compares to, how it makes it handle. You'll get kind of my feedback from it. And hopefully it's kind of teaching people how to fish and they can kind of learn it and have their own platform to build their own stuff from.
Awesome.
DJ, that kind of sounds like every conversation we've had pretty much since we ended the Grundy County series is we'll get to it after the season.
Right. No, it's there's a lot going on. We got some big plans for after the season as far as that series goes as well. So we're kind of figuring out what we want to do as far as that and get the fans and the crew involved and all the drivers and stuff. So it should be a year-round affair for everybody at Grundy. We should be able to stay connected throughout the season or throughout the off season and then kind of jump right back into it like we did. We kind of ended like 2 weeks or a week before we started practicing. So it should be something close to that. May not be as extensive or anything, but once a week or something like that, we may put something together.
Sweet. I tell you, your shameless plug did not go unnoticed. You got the Brown.
There you go.
So that is good.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the comments here. Our buddy Brown guy says, congratulations.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Heck yeah, man.
We got Jeff Squiat checking in here. Over from the South Bend Motor Speedway.
Very cool.
So good stuff going on here, man. So it's like we always do here when we got you, man. Give that time to thank those sponsors and all your crew and everybody, man.
Well, I gotta thank Erica first and foremost. She's super supportive of everything here. My dad's slaving over the car. My mom and sister are just super supportive through everything. As far as family goes, everybody in my family is, super supportive. They're all behind me. So, I mean, that makes it so much easier as far as that goes. And then, all my sponsors, my crew, Phil Martin, Jimmy Huberger, those guys are working their tails off night in, night out. Johnny B's been stepping up this year, so he's helping me out. I really appreciate his help. Bob Doherty is a great help. Steve Genovi, TWR Engine Masters, Who's Your Tire, left-hander. I mean, the list goes on. Without that kind of support, you couldn't do what we do at an affordable way or try to be competitive with it. So they make it so we're able to kind of do what we love and be successful at it at the same time.
Awesome, man. Well, another show in the books, another hopefully painless venture for you.
No, not yet. It was great,
man. So, man, you said you haven't even been able to go get some dinner, man. Go eat something,
dude.
man.
I might.
Yeah,
I'll watch the end of you guys after I hop off here. But I really appreciate you guys having me on.
No problem, man. We appreciate you taking the time, and we'll see you at the track on Friday.
Sounds good, boys. You guys have a good one.
Cool. Take care. All right, buddy. DJ
I'm close again.
Yeah, you're close again. Imagine that.
I'm really not pretty.
Well, that was our local racing spotlight for the week. DJ Weltmeyer, presented by S4 Motorsports Marketing. You can find S4 Motorsports on Facebook and Instagram to see how they can get your small business's message out front with on and off track motorsports marketing. So go check them out. And no, I still don't have that memorized, and I don't think I ever will.
Well, if Stan can't memorize the list of sponsors, you don't need to memorize that.
Yeah, so he's got like 30 of them, so it's not memorizable, if that's such a word. But
no, but it does have a nice, convenient side of the car to read.
That's very true, and hopefully it looks good on the track this Friday at the Grundy County Speedway.
Oh well, now there's the sneaky plug.
That was a sneaky plug. So they will be out there. So speaking of Grundy County Speedway, let's get into the weekly winner's circle presented by Damn It Dim It Race Videos. Damn It Dim It Race Videos provide quality racing videos from the Grundy County Speedway and South Bend Motor Speedway. Watch all the videos on Damn It Dim It Race Videos YouTube page, and also follow them on Facebook for the latest news and information on their schedule and video postings. I tell you, I watched some of his videos to help prepare for this episode tonight, and tell you, I don't know what I'll be able to do without those because I can't get to the track every week. So definitely want to thank
Damn It try harder getting to the track every week.
Well, I'm pulling a double. So as of right now, the plan is to pull a double this week. So
all right.
So we'll be at the Grundy County Speedway on Friday night, and then for Illiana reunion night on Saturday. But we will talk about those events.
Yes, we will
in a moment. First things first, though, we want to cover last week's events. So let's take it out to the Grundy County Speedway. Blake Brown, DJ Weltmeyer splitting feature wins this past week for the Frank Welch Memorial. With Marcus Hoover taking the Mid-Am feature, and that looks like the wrong graphics. No, that's not right. That's right.
No, you're right. You're good.
It's right. I added a note in my notes on these, and it didn't update in the slide, so that's why I'm confused. So, Blake Brown, DJ Weltmeyer, splitting late model feature wins for Frank Welch Memorial twin late model features. Marcus Hoover took the Mid-Am feature. Eddie Glouis took the Street Stock Candyman 33, in which Bill Service did a nice acrobatic down the back straightaway into turn 3.
I think the word on the street is that's actually the first time he's rolled the car in his 145 years of racing.
I think you just called him old, and I'll let you deal with the ramifications of that. But either way, he walked away just fine, and stood up on the car, and
it's funny. The first thing he said after he got out of the car and assured the safety guys he was okay was, "Where's the camera guy at?" Because he was going to climb up on that car.
Hey, got to get the shot, man. You know that. Exactly. You're a photographer. So Eddie Louis picking up street stock win, and Zach Legner taking the pure stock feature. Let's go out to this one's going to be a long one. Let's go out to the South Bend Motor Speedway. Let's see, makeup features from last week's events that got rained out. Andrew DeVries took the Outlaw late model feature. Derek Wonder street stocks. Derek Davis front wheel drives, and Mike Sanders took the Hornet makeup A feature. Now, actual Saturday's regularly scheduled features. Rich Bull doubling up, gets the Outlaw late model and the street stock feature. Austin Maynard, Sportsman late model. I think the Maynards are just rotating in and out on that late Sportsman feature.
There's enough of them. They might as well.
Yeah. So Austin Maynard getting it done for the Sportsman late model A feature. Joe Merrill, front wheel drive. CJ Hamilton of the Hornets and Jordan Caskey took the Illini Midgets feature win out at the South Bend Motor Speedway, the Shady Hill Speedway. The White Lightning event, Jamie Lomax took the overall UMP modified A feature. Kurt Spalding won that special UMP White Lightning race. Torrin Mathilde, pro late model A feature. Guy Sutton, the four bangers. Preston Oberle took the Bomber A feature, and Dan Marshall winning the iMod A feature. And then at the Plymouth Speedway, Derek Losh took the UMP modifieds. Our buddy Sean Wilcher getting it done in the Super Streets. Austin Hubbard, the Thunder Stocks, Josh Length in the Mini Stocks, and Garrett Saunders in the 600 Micro CCs. Lot of racing action this past weekend.
Tell me about it. I think I might actually still be at the South Bend Motor Speedway from Saturday night.
Yeah, it's just like a remote broadcast, right?
Well, I mean, kind of. No, I guess I had to go to the memorabilia show on Sunday, and that was. I'm gonna interrupt the whole proceedings here and talk about that a little bit.
Well, I was gonna ask you about it. I was gonna ask you about it. I didn't put it in the notes, so hammer down, my friend.
I'll put it in the notes. So
so this one's especially for Bobby out there who wants you to participate. I know, right? I need more water.
There you go. What's in Jeremy's cup this week?
It's purely water for now.
Crowd.
They're probably thrashing on a race car to get it ready for Friday.
Good thing they're crews there and not like doing a radio show.
Hey, he's still got help.
Video show.
Riley. yeah, exactly. So hit me with the memorabilia show. How's that?
It's pretty good. Obviously not quite the crowd they normally draw being in March. This is kind of the middle of the season, and then I told Steve as we were packing up, I was really kind of on the fence about whether or not we should even go this year, because I had about 6 hours of preparation time scattered across the week. But he said there's a lot of vendors that had backed out, so he offered me up a double table in the front room. So okay, twist my arm.
Right.
So yeah, showed up, had a pretty good show. Like I said, there's not as many people showed up as normally would. Everybody had to wear masks, so it was kind of, we made do with what we could. So missed a lot of people that normally would see. I know Stan Kalazinski took it off. The normal diecast vendors are there. They actually had a giant model raceway park in the back room that I sent you a couple pictures of. So I think that might be a winter project for us. Occupy your basement. Don't tell Shiloh.
Yeah, I got to count on her not watching.
There you go. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Scotty Kerner is following me now, because he was racing at Grundy on Friday, and then Saturday he showed up with the Illini Midgets at South Bend, and then I see him walking into the show on Sunday. It's I know you're following me now.
Or it's just a coincidence that three racing events and you're all there together.
Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place these days, it feels like.
Look, well, mentally and physically.
Exactly.
And naturally. The big question is, did you leave with more money, or did you go in a hole?
Yeah.
Or
I did not spend more than I made. I only brought home one race car because I saw a reasonably priced Dale Earnhardt last ride car, or I guess Dale Earnhardt Jr., the throwback Exalta paint scheme. Said, okay, I haven't bought a diecast in a while. I'll treat myself to this one.
See, there you go. It's positive, man.
It is. And we discovered that there were pictures we didn't even know we had, because that's
not surprising, because you guys have thousands of pictures. True. So to come across one that you don't remember taking,
well, without Stan Kalazinski and his gigantic collection being there, Dad was a little more at the table and focused. Like, he was sorting through pictures, and I think last year we sold Cheryl Wren, every Cheryl Wren picture we had found. And this year we had another inch thick stack of Cheryl Wren pictures. So
there you go.
Good God, we printed a lot back in the day.
Yeah, well, got to make that picture life,
Well, now everything's available digitally on goodacrephotography.com/Grundy/South Bend/Shady Hill. still working on the Illiana stuff. And yes, this is totally a sponsor plug to move the show along. So you're welcome.
Awesome. It means we ain't got to do it later. Where else could they find Goodacre Photography?
They can also find Goodacre Photography on Facebook and Instagram. I've actually been posting to Instagram now that I figured out what all the password and login stuff was, because you never use it like the Illiana Stock Car Radio Instagram that never really gets any love anymore.
It doesn't get used. It doesn't. Maybe this Friday when we're at the Grundy County Speedway.
There you go.
If I can remember.
And Bobby here is trying to get your name on a tow truck out at South Bend.
Well, I just so happen to know that we've got some stickers.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you got some stickers done.
Yeah, I know the guy who did them, and I got them right here. So maybe we'll have to
only took like 6 months tracking you down too.
Yeah, I know, right? So there we go. Let's go back to the comment section a little bit. Brian, Save the Brown Guy confirming Bill Service has never been upside down. Checking that one off the box. I'm glad it's Brian.
Well, and you know how Bill Service gets so excited over they have pineapple on pizza. He's
what's wrong?
Seems like anything that happens, he's really super excited. So the fact that he finally rolled the car over, he was sad that the car's kind of beat up and lost all its fluids all over the ground, but I think kind of also excited that he checked rolling a car over off the bucket list.
Well, I don't know that many people would be excited about doing that, but if he's excited about it, more power to him. But sure.
Hey, I've never taken a picture of anybody that got out of the rolled over car, jumped up on top, and was almost celebrating.
Well, you can check that one off the box as well, my friend.
I can.
So let's look and see what's coming up this weekend on the local racing calendar. Got a lot of action going on. Starting this Friday, the 14th at the Grundy County Speedway. It's Armed Forces Night. I believe if you bring, if you're military, bring your military ID, I think is what it is, and you get it for free. I believe that's the case. If Steve's watching, maybe he can confirm that. I guess I should have read the website a little closer, but
Well, yeah, if somebody would have been faster on getting the flyer put together.
Stuff and things, So there's that full program: late models, mid-ams, street stocks, and pure stocks. Rain date, if needed, hopefully it's not needed, will be August 15th, Saturday night. Speaking of Saturday night, speaking of Saturday night, if you want to go to the dirt route, you can go to the Plymouth Speedway. It's actually their season championship night already.
Oh, geez.
So they're headed for championship night with UMP modified, super streets, Thunderstock, 600 mini sprints, and the 4 cylinders. So they got plenty going on out there. Or if you want to head to the Shady Hill Speedway, it's their autograph night, $2,000 to win pro late and kids power wheel races. So featuring obviously the pro late models, the modifieds, bombers, iMods, and the 4-bangers. Or if you want to keep the asphalt route on Friday or Saturday night, rather, is a big one for us. 3rd annual Illiana Reunion Night at South Bend Motor Speedway, featuring the Outlaw late models, Sportsman late models, street stocks, front wheel drives, Hornets, and now I believe the dwarf cars have been added to that list. So plenty of racing action this Saturday night. I have yet to be able to confirm what might be happening as far as the Illiana Reunion Night festivities and whatnot. Obviously, with COVID protocols and all that stuff in place, it might look a little different than it has the last couple of years. So still kind of waiting on some of those details, and as soon as they're available, we'll pass them along. But looking forward to that. So, planning on pulling the double this week, Chris. Should be at Grundy County Speedway with the S4 folks on Friday night. That is the plan as of right now. But and I can say that because my boss just texted me a little bit ago saying my vacation request for Friday is approved.
All right.
So we're kind of waiting for that. And then plan is to be at Illiana Reunion Night on Saturday night at the South Bend Motor Speedway. So
sounds like you're finally get your backside trackside.
And that means Sunday I will be completely useless. Well, really the Saturday, because I'll probably get home about 2:00 in the morning, Saturday morning. So that time we leave, and then Sunday I will probably be useless, which will probably not be in favor of the wife, but we will make do and get whatever we got to get done around the house. So.
Shiloh, I don't know if you're watching. You just tell him that I'm able to go to the racetrack every Friday and every Saturday and spend all Sunday working on editing pictures.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, man.
I know. I do it.
I'm deconditioned, man. I've semi-retired the last couple of years.
Semi-retired.
Yeah, right. Oh man, so a lot coming up on the calendar this weekend. A lot to be involved in. So there's no shortage of tracks for you to get your backside to. How about that? So that being said, I want to thank other folks that helped put this show on. Chris already did his shameless self-promotion, so we don't need any of that. International Women's Motorsports Association. To thank them, iwmanation.com. Also Facebook and Instagram, I believe they are on there as well. Also got to thank Left Turn Graphics. Season's getting close to being over, man. So if you got to have cars looking pretty for the end of season events, or if you want to get your sponsorship thank yous and whatnot in, go ahead and hit them up. And Bossman DJ, Driving DJ Network, check them out for all the broadcasts and everything they got going on. Like you said, getting ready to fire up back up on Sunday evenings with a little late model action. I do believe that he's going to be broadcasting, so make sure you check that out. You can find all the links there on Facebook. Go over one last check of the comments before we check out here this afternoon. Let's see. Steve McGrath. This is a good one, man. This is a discussion. Who y'all got for the late model championship? Grundy, Schaefer, Eddie, or Nathan Kelly?
That's I don't know, man.
Right now, I don't think you can bet against Eddie Hoffman.
You can't, but that double feature night that he scored, I think, like nothing. Got close to last and then didn't even start the second one. Got caught up in that early race wreck. That kind of stirred the pots, I honestly, it could be either one of those three.
Yeah, it could be. I'm going to say Eddie Hoffman with the experience and everything he's got, and he has been pretty solid, except for a few exceptions, like you mentioned, the double feature night. But he's been right there every night, top of the board, and it's a quick car, and obviously he's got the experience. So I'm going to be on him.
You gotta throw Nathan Kelly in there. He's picked up a feature win, and then Paul Schaefer. I don't think he had any real intention of points racing, and then just kind of accidentally became in the mix.
Yeah, well, I mean, with shortened season and the schedules and kind of how things have fallen, he's right there. So we'll see what he can do this Friday if he'll be out there as well. So definitely going to be definitely looking forward to the battle right to the end of the season here over the next several weeks. Bobby chiming in again says he's usually useless on Sundays, just going to South Bend. So
see, I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't say he's pretty useless on Saturdays too. That's rough, man. All right, so I'm gonna get us off the air before people start throwing more shade at you for all that. As far as us here in the Illiana Stock Car Radio podcast, obviously, if you're watching us, hopefully you're doing it on Facebook or YouTube. And if you haven't liked or followed us on those platforms, why not? I say it every week. How are you watching us if you're not? Well, I guess
you can watch us without following us.
Shares us every week.
You can watch us without following us, but really, you should just follow us. I mean, it's just,
don't wait for me to share it. That's way too much responsibility.
It's just logical to follow us. Hit the subscribe button so that way you can get notified anytime we go live, which is Tuesdays at 7:00, typically, unless
8:00 for you crazy future people.
Yeah, 8 o'clock for those of you that are in the future. So yeah, go ahead and do that. The Instagram page, Illiana SCR, it is there. I've been saying all year.
It will have a post on Friday night.
Yeah, we'll get there.
You do it.
I just make you an admin and just have you do it.
There you go.
We'll work on that.
Okay.
You're the picture guy, and it's the picture app.
Exactly.
So that only seems to make sense here. See,
and I was so good at posting on my picture app.
Well, just coordinated efforts and
okay,
get everywhere where it needs to go. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the show. I want to thank DJ Weltmeyer for coming on board and hanging out with us for a little while this evening, man. Always good to talk to DJ and catch up with him and see what he's got going on, the entire Weltmeyer Racing team. And everybody else, thank you all for tuning in. And like I said, I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you guys right back here again next week on Facebook and YouTube. Take care.